What you want, man?
Why the fuck did you go down there to the Section 8 place and tell them people that you live with me and you showed them the mail and you know you got me and my fucking kids kicked out? They came.
I sure did. You didn't want me to stay over there. And you took my motherfucking bumper off my motherfucking car. You took my motherfucking clothes, put Clorox on my shit. I sure did. Not only that, I done told Social Service how you be leaving the house for 2 or 3 days, not feeding them goddamn kids. And you sitting around here running around up and down the street in the club. I sure did. Your ass going to jail. I'm telling you that right now. Ain't no remorse in it. I don't give a damn what you say. And I don't give a damn what you do. In any other house you get, I'll get you put out again. I don't give a damn. You talking about a house and the kids and all this. What you talking about?
So what about my fucking kids? You not gonna take care of them?
You always talking about what about your kids? Your kids be there 2 or 3 days, don't even eat. You be gone, the house all dirty, roaches run around, they run around, pampers singing, hanging and shit. You got plates of food and shit laying all over the house. You ain't talking about shit. Hell yeah, I sure did. You need to call the orchid man over there, your dirty ass. I should never fuck with you anyway. And when every time you run into a house, I don't give a damn where you move at, I'm gonna get your ass put out. Yeah, you talking about I'm gonna call social service, I'm gonna call everybody that I know.
So you gonna get your kids taken away?
I'm gonna do it again. Hell yeah, I'm gonna do it again. I went out there and showed them the meal while I've been staying at your house, because when I left prison, I brought you from prison. So that's what I went out there. I went out there and showed them all the jail meal we had. I told them I was gonna come home there. You was supposed to be taking care of me, making sure everything was straight. I came home to you with them badass, nasty ass kids, and me and you this shit ain't just gonna work out. And then you taking my bumpers and shit around right here with no bumper, embarrassing and shit. You got me running around here knocking on your door and shit, trying to play victim. Hey man, I ain't trying to talk.
So where the fuck are me and the kids going to stay?
You and them kids.
You selfish. You gonna get yours. You gonna fucking get yours. You gonna get yours, and that's you gonna get yours, and that's not a threat. That's a promise. You gonna get yours, nigga. You gonna get yours.
You and them kids better get in that regular ass car, and y'all better go. And they be eating snacks any goddamn way, because you been leaving 2 or 3 days, ain't feeding them. So you better go to Dollar General. You better get you some cover, and you better make sure you get you a gas card, so you can have plenty of gas in there, because it's gonna be hot in there if ain't got no AC. And y'all ass better learn how to leave me alone, because every time you fuck with a nigga like me, I'm gonna take your ass down.
You gonna get yours. You gonna get yours.
Get mine, and you gonna get yours too. And
you gonna get yours.
Yo, shit. Yo, this is what I be talking about. Jay don't give a fuck about none of that. So I like to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Shara Kwakadaz. Salutations to the elders and double honors to the double honor to the elders, and salutation to the brothers as they've been in the truth, doing the work day and night and day, and to you sincere sisters who taking care of the home, taking care of your children, respecting your husband, loving Yahweh Hashem, taking care of the home, and most importantly, respecting yourself in the process and learning in silence, and so like I said, man, I ain't gonna make this video long. We have a short little clip. Obviously, Jake expressing how he feel, you know what I'm saying, and what he see, you know what I'm saying. So he did admit, he said, yo, I should never mess with your ass. He admit that, you know what I'm saying. But at least he took accountability, because he really thought that maybe by him dealing with this girl, the living conditions would be all right when he come home from prison. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to get on his feet, trying to do what he got to do, and I'm quite sure that his intentions is not ill, but he had to teach the girl a lesson, man, because all the day long you have women that do this type of stuff just because they can't control a man. So when the tables are flipped around of him getting at the girl, now he's selfish. Men is taught not to be selfish, right? But when you look at it, That's the only way you're going to get yours. That's the only way you're going to elevate and grow. You got to be selfish, so to speak. And meaning you have to put yourself first, because if you don't, who's going to take care of you when you're hurting, when you need something, And a lot of these women don't motherfucking good, man. A woman don't know how to love a man to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? Well, Salakia, let me say this. Bitches don't know how to love a man to the fullest. A lot of women is never going to give you, these type of broads like her, chicken head, birds, liars, manipulators, they're not going to give you their all, man, because they've been hurt in the past by many men. You know what I'm saying? And they refuse to love again, But this is the result of your mother, man. Your mother raising you in a fucked up environment. You know what I'm saying? So, this is the result of your actions, man. Your actions have reactions. So, she violated him, had no respect, so he had to treat her how they would do in prison. And what's the number one thing that they do in prison? You get revenge. Nothing doesn't slide. You know what I mean? And that's how these men operate. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of those dudes in the prison system, they move such a way, man. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's not about that right now. It's about how the black woman is always finding some kind of excuse. He told the girl, he said, "You violated me, so I'm going to take you down." I be trying to tell women, don't make men your enemy, man, because men could be very petty, man. Men could do the same exact thing. And sometimes they even take your life. So to avoid all that, don't violate men. Don't violate men. I know there's some men out here doing some foul stuff and it's wrong. Of course, I get that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of you women don't understand, man, is that you fighting your man, you fighting the same so-called black man, right? Okay? All right? You fight the Israelite man all the day long, man. Okay? All right? And when you do these things, you're only showing exactly why we're in the condition and the state that we're in. You know what I'm saying? And it's horrible. It's horrible, man. It's very, very horrible, man. It's not cool, man. It's not cool at all, man. And so do I applaud the brother for doing this and saying that, you should get up and worry about that? Nah. But is he wrong or what he feel? Hell no. And when you see these type of things, man, it's like, God damn. He told the viewers, he said, use a foul type of chick. You don't take care of your home. You be gone for 2 or 3 days at a time, leaving the kids all alone with no food. How many times we see this? How many times I did lessons on this with women out here dancing, going in the club, doing all this? What are you doing? What are you doing? Your job is to make sure that the kids are taken care of, man. The Lord had already gave you instructions, man, on what to do and how to treat your children, man. You're supposed to be a mother, man, not a damn mammy. All right? You out here doing all kind of foolishness. It doesn't mean because you got your children with you, you're a mother. It don't mean that. It doesn't mean that. Any woman could give birth, but it takes a real woman to love their children, man. Same thing with a guy. Any man can produce a kid, but it takes a real man to take care of one. So mothers don't get an automatic exemption because you gave birth. It takes two to tangle. All right? It takes a mother and a father, okay, to come together as one to raise this child and raise this child in the correct way. That's what it's going to take. But when you do these things, you're playing you're playing a very serious, dangerous game. Someone's life could be taken by this foolishness. You know what I'm saying? So this guy and this young lady having a dispute. So as he's telling her about herself, there's no accountability, not whatsoever. She's constantly undermining him. She's talking over him, and just disrespectful. You know, so he's gonna do what he do. He don't give a fuck about the kids because he letting her know that this is how it's gonna run. Cause women do it all the time. Women think that they're safe and secure because they got a Section 8 or Section 9. A lot of you women do these things because you use the child to say, damn, I got an apartment, I'm grown. No, that's the only reason why you got an apartment. It's hard to get an apartment by yourself without a child. You know how long you gotta wait? You know how long you gotta be on the list? You know how long it is? And when you finally get something, you destroy it, right? Or throw it away. Or having fights and arguing with dudes. And then don't get pregnant in the process. Because when you do, now you got to take care of another child that's coming to this world. And you got to straighten the fuck up and not be this belligerent, bastard-ass, monstrous woman that's doing these things out here in this world, man. In this globe, man. So how long are you going to keep playing these type of games? A lot of you women don't know how to survive. You use the government for certain perks. A lot of you women do not take responsibility and know how to be on your own. You still live home with your mothers. You still live home with your fathers. You still live home with your grandmothers. You're not a woman. You are a child. Grown women will do grown things and take care of responsibility with no excuse. And that's what I see it as, man. So I look at someone's life and it's not to embarrass them or judge them, because we all got our flaws, but it's to look at people and say, damn, this is how you living? It gotta be better than this. Women don't want to listen to a man. When a man knows what's right and he's living right, how you gonna not listen? Because you hard-headed. You hard-headed. That's why I tell brothers, man, don't date and make these women your all to be all, man. Especially women with children. Don't do that. Don't do it, man. All right? A woman's job is supposed to teach her children how to respect her husband, right? Which is their father. How to respect themselves. How to have manners. Mannerisms, how to love the Lord, okay? We all get upset because things don't go right in our lives, but it doesn't stop you from being, an upright person, man, okay? We all would like to have $1 million and a little bit of money to do a little bit more things. Of course we do. We all do. All right? But at what cost? You know, what are we doing? This place is not a place of rest for us. Hold on, guys. Yeah, so, I'm sorry, guys, about that. Yeah, so, it's real, man. Let's read some of the comments here. That was me writing here, and I said, this is what revenge looked like. And it says that man will always ruin a woman's life, right? Okay, so a man will always see. This is a piece of shit. This is a user. It's probably a motherfucking a fucking computer generated you know what I'm saying? So people comment on that. I won't even comment on that shit. And then it says, this person says, they never talk about deadbeat mothers though. All right, and it says he was okay with everything until he couldn't stay there anymore. Right? That could be the case, but I don't think that's the case. I think it was the fact that she had control and power, and she's trying to rule him, and he wasn't taking it. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what people say. It says some might say he got fed up. You mad, right? He said she took his bumper off his car and bleached his clothes. That's why he did that. And it says she's slow. She's a slow woman. Way too nice. What? My ex was at the laundromat sleeping when I kicked him out, and he is surely on the street to this day. I wouldn't dare have a man stay with me, especially if he doesn't respect me. First thing is, you stupid bitch. First thing is, you women make bad decisions on choosing a man. Like I said before, if a good man was in your face, you wouldn't even know how to see him. You wouldn't know how to spot him. Okay? Because all you do is pick bad men. Any man you run and any man you see that's in your face, you quick to get with him, who's giving you the attention. A lot of you women do that. A lot of y'all do that, man. A lot of y'all do that, man. I ain't doing that shit. Ain't no motherfucking more. So I take accountability for my damn self. You know, I ain't doing that shit no more. That's over with. You know, if you ain't right and you have a lot of healing you got to do, I'm not dealing with you. I'm not dealing with you, man. Cause I can see who's really truly has a good heart, man. Meaning like they mean well. You know, they mean well and they want to do well, or they're trying their best to do well. You know, because our heart is very deceitful, like the scripture says, man. All right.